Researchers at the University of Maine and Vermont State University have received nearly $2 million now from the National Science Foundation to study ticks.
The goal here is to better understand ticks and their habitats, then work with landowners, educating them on how land management impacts tick populations. News Center Maine's Christian Harsa has more.
It may be hard to tell with all the snow and the lack of leaves, but many of Maine's forests are filled with invasive species that ticks love to call home.
They tend to form these really dense thickets. They kind of grow out of control. That's what invasive plants do.
Which Alyssa Ballman says create dense, humid settings with stable temperatures, prime tick habitat.
It also supports the mice and the deer, which the ticks rely on, so it can create these really large tick populations as a result.
Researchers are now investigating whether or not invasive plant removal also removes ticks, a combination that Alyssa Garner says would be a win-win.
We're interested in exploring problems like that, and we're also going to be trying to collaborate extensively with private landowners in the course of this study.
According to the Maine Forest Service, private landowners own 95% of Maine's forests. Jessica Leahy and the team are recruiting those very same landowners.
We're focusing on these small woodlot owners, and that's regular Mainers.
Recruitment is focused on landowners with less than 1,000 acres in Maine and Vermont. The researchers want to test methods on this land, but also see how neighbors and communities interact and talk about invasive plant and tick management.
So the individual choices that people make compounds, and what your neighbor does influences you and what you do.
Small actions that Leahy says could tackle the larger health risk ticks pose.
Hopefully make it safer for folks to go use their land.
This research is just at the beginning of its 5-year timeline, but researchers recommend that landowners take the time to survey and assess the invasive species on their land now, so that way they're prepared to learn how to manage their land best on the coming data. In Orono, Christian Harsa, News Center, Maine.